Hello everyone and welcome to the Total Drama Characters tier list. So I haven't done a tier list on this channel at all. I've done it on my other channels. But I love Total Drama. I know all the characters except Redonkulous Race. I only put these Redonkulous Race characters in there because I haven't seen that season yet. I've seen seasons 1 to 5 though, so let's give this one a shot. I reckon I'm gonna have a lot of fun making this. So I hate long intros. Let's just get to the point. Duncan, easy. Oh yeah, easy top 3. Duncan is such a great character. He was funny in Ireland. He was so great in action. He literally made it to the final 2. In World Tour, he came back and had a duo with Alejandro. In All Stars, he was good with a nice guy routine. The only thing I don't like about Duncan was the whole Gwunkin thing. But other than that, he's such a GOAT character, and I don't blame anyone that thinks he's such a good character. Duncan is so great, so good, and will forever be top 3 character. He's so good. Wait, I think Amy's. So wait, is Amy the rude one? Sammy's the So Sammy's the nice one. Amy's the rude one. Amy's F. Okay, and I said this before. I've said this before on social media, and I'm gonna. There's 2 things. One, I reckon one of the reasons why Amy's bad is because she literally looks like Blaney. So I think that's one of the reasons. They just try to base her off Blaney a bit. And 2, because like, who just likes Amy? Like, I've literally never seen a single person ever in my life or on the internet that actually say they like Amy. Like, what is there to like? She's just a bully. She treats her sister. She's the worst to her sister. Her elimination was so satisfying. But then how come she got voted off with her sister? It was just dumb. And then she came back when she didn't need to come back. It was just dumb. Don't like Parkatu Island. It was the worst season. Dawn. I do think Dawn is a bit overrated. Everyone says like she's S tier or GOAT tier. Like, people say she's one of the best characters. She's B tier. She's good. She definitely had a few moments that made me laugh. Like with a few of the other characters and like reading their aura and all that. I do think maybe if she was in more episodes, then I might have like bumped her up to an A or S. But as of now, she was only in like 4 episodes. But she was still entertaining. But I'll give her a B. Anne Marie, a lot of people like Anne. Is that how you say it? Anne Marie. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, a lot of people like Anne Marie. I'd say she's probably D tier. She didn't hit me as hard as other characters. Her whole thing with Ezekiel just got a bit repetitive and annoying. And, I never really thought she was just that funny and entertaining. I did like how she just literally just straight up just pushed Zoe off, like, the, air thing in that one episode. Because she almost suffocated Joe. And, but then she tried to get with, like, Mike. And Mike's, like, the worst character. Yeah, I said it. And, like, I don't know. It's still not horrible. It's just don't really like her. Courtney, here's another character who's extremely overrated. Courtney is the most overrated character in the entire show. I'll give her a high D. Oh, wait. High D or a low C? I'll probably give her a low C because, I don't know. Because, like, in Ireland, she was incredible in Ireland. Easy A or S tier in Ireland. Did a great job. But then in action, for the first few episodes, she was fine. But then she just got controlling of Duncan. They tried to make her like the main antagonist, which was just annoying, because then like she was just being repetitive and just doing stuff that wasn't even like heel work. It was just straight up just manipulating. Then in World Tour with the whole Gwunkin thing, she wouldn't shut up about it. I'm like, look, no one cares anymore. Like, literally everyone's forgotten about it, and no one just cares. Just stop. It got annoying, but I will say, I think the only reason I won't give her a D tier is because obviously Ireland, and in All Stars, for the first half of the season when she was in it, she was actually good. In the second half, was kind of annoying because like she was like with Gwen, like they did a whole Katie and Sadie thing, which just sucked. I didn't like that. But, and I'm gonna say it now, I know a lot of people are probably gonna hate me for this. I reckon the finale for All Stars should have definitely been Scott and Courtney. I reckon that would have been such a better final 2. But the name, like, I'll get back to the whole finale thing later. But still, in the end, I'll probably like rank the finales. But still a low C character. I don't really like Courtney that much. Beato's F. Like, I've seen literally people on the internet say they like Beto. What is there to like? Like, all he does is make sound effects. He didn't even compete in the challenge. He was lazy. And he didn't even talk to anyone. It's not even like beat where it's just interesting. I just felt like he was just trying to be annoying. Because in his audition tape, he actually seemed like a pretty nice guy. But then he just got ruined. Yeah, I don't like Beto. Look, I'm gonna do something right now. Let's make it pink. I'm gonna put Ella in here. And you're thinking, why do I hate her? I don't hate Ella. It's just, and I've said this to so many other people, Ella is just the most confusing character in the entire show that I don't know what to say. Like, I've said, I don't know if I like Ella, I don't know if I don't like Ella. All I can really say on my opinion on Ella is that I felt bad when Sugar was just being a massive idiot to her. But it's just like, I don't know what to feel. I don't know if I like Ella or not. I don't know. I just, look, I'm gonna skip past it. It confuses me. I know it sounds annoying. I don't hate her. I don't think she's a great character though. I'm skipping it. I literally don't know how to feel about Ella. I don't like Blanley. I think I'll say Blanley's better than these guys. But, and I've said this before, people think she's C tier, but I'm like, why? She was such a useless addition. I love World Tour, but she was just useless. What was the point? I preferred when she was just a celebrity manhunt host, but then how come she just tried to get in the show and then she took over the manhunt? Sorry, she took over the aftermath, which just got annoying. The only good thing about Blanley is that her name is in Blanley's song, and that's it. But then she was in 2 episodes, which she didn't even need to be in there, and she went further than Owen in the game. How do you go further than Owen when literally no one else liked you? I don't get it. But anyway, Eva, I used to say Eva was F tier. I used to really not like Eva, but after seeing some of the characters in Park 2 Island, I have to give Eva props. So, like, look, I love Island and all that, but hey, at least you're not as bad as Park 2 Island characters. I don't like Park 2 Island. I thought it was the worst season. She's still not that funny. I will say in the final episode of Island, I think it's called Total Drama Island. That's my most favorite episode of the whole show. And she was a bit entertaining there, a bit funny there, but that's it. I didn't really like her. Even in World Tour, when she just had a bit of segments, I didn't really like it. Ezekiel, look, I probably would say I didn't like Ezekiel. I'd probably give it a D or an E. But I don't know what it is. The more I rewatch the show, the more I slightly like him. And I can't understand why. Don't get me wrong, I still think he was sexist. And that was really jerky. But, you know, he's pretty funny. He has made me laugh a few times. And the whole Ezekiel being like a monster thing in World Tour and All Stars, I thought that was cool. Wait, was he in Park 2 Island? No, I don't think so. But in All Stars and World Tour, he was a monster, and I thought that was cool and all that. Jeff, I love Jeff. How can you not love Jeff? Okay, a lot of people hate Jeff in what's it called? Action. But let's be honest, Jeff had great heel work. He was like a massive heel, and he was acting like Chris a bit, and like that's good. And even in Island, he got along with every single character. Him and Gwen was so great. In other characters, his best duo is with DJ, and that's a great character as well. And then in World Tour and Action, yeah, when he does the aftermath, and like he had a huge step up in World Tour because he went from being like a heel and like being a bad guy to being a face again and rising up. Jeff was a great character. A lot of people are saying his best season is Redonkulous Race, so I'm really excited to see him in there. But Jeff is a great character, easy S tier. Gwen, ooh, okay, this is a fan favorite. Everyone loves Gwen. She's probably a C. She's not great, but like she's alright, but she's higher than Courtney, easy. She is a boyfriend kisser, we can't forget that. So that part about Gwen sucked. In Island, again, with Island, it's like Courtney. In Island, it was her best season. I don't blame her for being in the final 2. I still thought that was cool. And she had a lot of character development in Island. But then in Action, I was a bit mixed about it. Because in the first few episodes, she was actually pretty good. But then the whole thing with her and Trent just got really annoying. I love Trent. Like, he's literally one of my most favorite characters. But then, like, the whole thing with her and Trent, just like, no one cares. Just get back to the show. And then in World Tour, she just had barely any character development and just tried to get with Duncan. So it's just like, but in All Stars, actually, even in All Stars, she's not that good. Because then, like, she tries to get with Courtney. And it was just a running gag that got annoying. I will say, in the last few episodes, though, I did like her. Of All Stars. Still see, though. Still see. Harold, if you know me, you know, and I'm no joke, Harold is one of the greatest characters in all of fiction. Harold is such a great character. He's the best character in the whole show. He's funny. He's entertaining. He saved his teams multiple times. He saved them twice in a row in Ireland. He got along with every single character, or except like some people who bully them. He has the best rivalry in the whole show. With Harold and Duncan is the best rivalry. I don't care what you guys tell me. And he should have been in the final two of Action. It should have been him and Duncan as the final two, because that was their rivalry, and he carried Action so much. He had so much more character development, and even in World Tour, when he got voted off early, he was still in all the other aftermaths and all the other after shows and sang a lot. Harold, he's perfect. Harold's never done anything I haven't liked, and literally the best moment in the entire show, in my opinion, is when Harold rigs the votes. When he rigs the votes, it's such a legendary moment, and I love it so much. Harold is the best character, and no one can tell me otherwise. He's the best. Heather, how can you like Heather? Heather's easy A tier. Maybe not an S, but a very high A tier. She definitely deserves to be in the final two for World Tour. World Tour was her best season. In Ireland, she was good, and I really liked her heel work in Ireland, but at the same time, it was like, you kind of expect her to go far, which I thought was a bit annoying, but it's fine. Action was a bit mixed. Like, I literally don't really know. It kind of like Ella. I don't really know how to feel about her in Action, because I can't tell. Are you supposed to? I was like, are you an antagonist or a face? Like, I can't tell. In World Tour though, really good. All Stars literally ruined her so much. They took everything out of Heather and just destroyed it. And but I will say, I really like that episode of Revenge of the Island where she like tries to steal the briefcase and everyone tries to stop her. Look, I know we're talking about Heather, but can I just say, I think Revenge of the Island is way too hated on. I can understand why people hate it, but I thought it was a great season. Definitely not as good as the first three, but it was an A tier season. I really liked Revenge of the Island. But anyway, yeah, Heather's A tier. And her ship with Alejandro is great as well. Izzy, another fan favorite. I'd probably say Izzy's a low B. She's good at what she does, but at the same time can get a bit repetitive. The rivalry, like the things with her and Chef, were really fun and like funny to watch. In Ireland, yeah, she was great. But the thing is, with her in Ireland and Action, why'd she keep coming back? It's just like, you're voted off, just go away. And so that got a bit annoying. Action, she was... Action's probably her worst season. She just felt like very just stereotypical crazy girl. In World Tour, she was good, but still Ireland was her best season. But I don't mind it. But I did think the whole ship with her and Owen was extremely forced in Action. In Ireland, it worked well, and in World Tour, with the "Oh Easy" song, but in Action, it was just so forced. I still love Action. It's just that was forced. Chris is easy top 3. He's probably slightly better than Duncan. How can you not like Chris? He's like he's your narcissistic host. He has the best laugh in the whole show. He has some of the best quotes. He literally has character development where he goes insane and he keeps torturing the teens, and he loves it so much to the point where he goes to jail and he comes back. And in a Redonkulous race, they literally had to replace the host because Chris got that insane. Like, how can you not like Chris? This is easily the top 3 of all of Total Drama. The best characters. Anyway, Jasmine, look, I didn't really like Park to Ireland, but I will say, Jasmine still wasn't great. I'd say she's probably right here. I still didn't mind Jasmine. I thought she was pretty good. There were some things that annoyed me a bit. Like, the whole thing with... I really, really loved the ship with her and Sean. That was really good. But at the same time, I'm thinking, like... Just, Sean's leaving you alone. Why are you getting angry at him? But I like the... Like, but still, she had a really good character development. I think maybe she should have been in the final 2 for Pakatu Island. It was still good. But she had a lot of character development. Her and Sean was really good. She helped her team out a lot. Her in the final episode helping Sean all that was cool as well. Does some things that still annoy me a bit, but pretty good. One of the better characters of Pakatu Island. DJ is a S tier character. I love DJ. He's easily the nicest guy in the whole show and has some of the best duos out there. Like, his duo with him and Harold, like they went from like bullying each other and then like being friends in action, and then like in World Tour, like he just wanted to go back home, but then he had his lucky charm that Alejandro tricked him with, and like then in action when he was a heel, in action for like that 10-second clip was so good and easily the best heel work in the whole show. Like, remember Aftermath 2 was like, do I like winning? Hex yeah. Like, that bit is so good. Heel DJ could have worked, okay? I could see DJ being a heel, and I reckon if he was, he could have been the best heel in the whole show. Imagine. He's like the nicest guy, only to be the main antagonist, the heel. It could have worked. It's not fair. Anyway, Joe. I don't like Joe. I'll give her a low D. I'd say Eva's very slightly worse. I didn't mind Joe in the first few episodes of Revenge of the Island, like her and Brick and her and Lightning. That was pretty funny, but then it derailed so much like after the second half, and then All Stars it just was painful to see. I'm like, just go away, you're just being rude now. That's why they just ruined characters in All Stars. She just went from being like, I'm not Mr. Nice Guy, I'm just like I'm just rude, I'm in this for the money. But then in All Stars they just made her just annoying, rude. I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna say this now. Dakota easily had the most wasted potential in the entire show. I could see Dakota making it so far into the game. I could see Dakota going to other seasons. Dakota could have worked very well, okay? She was funny, she had entertaining scenes, she was voted off way too early. She had a great ship with Sam. She was funny when she was an intern and Chris was manipulating her. When she was Dakota Zoid, that was a great arc. Just everything about Dakota was well, but they just voted her off way too early, and I feel like she could have been in another season. I reckon she could have worked well. Still not as good as the other characters, but she had so much wasted potential that could have worked. Cameron, he's, I'd say, this is hard. I'll probably say he's slightly better than he's slightly better than Courtney, but I didn't mind Cameron. He was okay. He was throughout the whole thing. But Revenge of the Island had such an incredible finale. I loved Revenge of the Island's finale. It was so underrated. And, I'd probably say Revenge of the Island's finale maybe might be better than Islands. It's not the best one. The best final episode was a world tour. But Revenge of the Island had such a good one. I don't blame Cameron for being the final 2. But I do think he got derailed way too much in All Stars. He was just a punching bag the entire season. It just got annoying. Cody... I will say, Cody is a fan favorite character. I didn't really like him in Island. I just found him really just stereotypical and just annoying. He was just that stereotypical trying to get with the ladies type girl. But in World Tour, he did such a huge step up. I'd say he was better than, I'd say he goes up here. In World Tour, massive step up. He was so much better. I liked him a lot in World Tour, but he's still in the middle because I really didn't like him in Island. But really good in World Tour. Justin, okay? This is my brother's favorite character. Let's just be honest, Justin's S tier. A lot of people hate to admit it. A lot of people say, "Oh, he was just like a beta version of Alejandro." What are you talking about, guys? Justin literally had some of the best heel work. He could have gone further in the game. He had great duos and interactions with all the other characters. He literally cared about his team and told them about Gwen. He literally said in his not his audition, but in one of the bonus clips, he was like, "Last year I wasn't really a contender, but this year will be different." Like, stuff like that. He was in it to win it. He wanted the game for himself. He was gonna let nothing stand in his way. And I could see him, if he was in the final two, I wouldn't argue. I think he still isn't as good as all these other characters, but in action, he was so good in action. Like, he was so good. So, in Ireland, he was alright. He was alright. But in action, he was so good. Dave, now, I probably would have given Dave an F because he's a simp and he's annoying and just wouldn't stop getting away from, what's the name, Sky? But I'm only giving him an E because I had so much mad respect in the very final episode when he's like, "You know what, I'm done with Sky. You know what, he snaps, he goes insane, and he basically turns into like a Chris." I loved that. I had so much mad respect for him. He was cool. But still, I can't get over how bad he was in Park 2 Island. He was just straight up annoying. Beth, why did Beth win action? Like, can I actually ask you? Apparently, I'm pretty sure it's true as well. Lindsay was actually supposed to win action. Like, literally look it up. But the voice actor for Lindsay couldn't make it into most episodes. Like, to voice act. So they literally had to, like, think of a plan B. So they went for Beth. But, like, Beth's just annoying. Not only she's a bad friend, she kept cheating on her boyfriend and literally admitted to it. She was rude to all the other contestants. She wasn't even that smart in the game and barely participated and literally still went to the final two. And she won. It's just like, why? Lordy, I don't like Beth. I think that... Is this... What? I think... Yeah, this one's Katie. And the other one's Sadie. Where's Sadie? Sadie... Where are you? There you are. Anyway. Like, they're basically the same character. I know a lot of people just say, "Oh, but they're the same thing." Guys, just let's be honest. They're the same thing. They were pretty annoying. They were pretty annoying. I'd give them D. Wait. I'd probably say... probably right here. I don't really care where I put Katie and Sadie because they're basically the same character. No, one's not higher than the other. They're just the exact same. They were pretty annoying. Apparently, a lot of people wanted them to be in Redonkulous Race. But, like, why? They were just annoying, I guess. Still had a few moments, like, with Justin and, like, other characters that made me laugh. But that's kind of it. Lashawna, okay, I used to really like Lashawna to the point where I'd give her an S tier. I literally have a Lashawna shirt, like that shirt that she has, and I also have a Harold shirt as well, because Harold's my favorite. And I easy, Lashawna and Harold is the best ship in the whole show. I would say Lashawna is probably still an A, probably a bottom A. I'd probably say Dakota's slightly better. She was good. I didn't really like her in action because she wasn't even a healer or an antagonist. She was just straight up just a bully and just backtalked everyone, which I thought I didn't really like. But she was really good in Ireland and World Tour. But it did confuse me because in World Tour I'm like, wait, aren't you friends with Heather? Like, I thought you and Heather were friends. Like, I don't get it. Still alright. I do think she derailed a lot in World Tour. I reckon maybe if she wasn't manipulated by Alejandro, it was still good though, but like, I reckon she might have been a bit better. But she was really good in action. Sorry, in Ireland. So I'll give her that. Lightning, I really like... Oh, actually, I like Lightning a ton in Revenge of the Island. But All Stars, again, ruined him. They just made him just straight up just dumb and annoying. And, like, I don't blame them for, like, putting him... for voting him off. I'd probably still say Lightning's... Is he right here? Is he better than Dakota? Probably not, but Lightning was still pretty good. I love the whole like shalatning, like his quotes, and also yeah, again the final two with him and Cameron was so good. He was in the game, like he focuses in the game a lot, which I thought was actually pretty good because it was kind of unexpected because he didn't really have brains, but when it came to brawn, he was really good. So him and Cameron having a rivalry was really good, and his interactions with Joe and Scott were really good. So Lightning's a great character. Just not as entertaining and great as these guys. I have to yawn. Anyway, Lindsay, is she an S? Probably not an S, but she goes right here. Lindsay, how can you not like Lindsay? She should have been, I reckon if the finale, I still think the finale should have been Harold and Duncan, but if it still remained as Duncan and Lindsay, I still think that would have worked a lot. Action, easily, she had the most character development. In Island, when she goes off at Heather, that's one of the best moments of the show ever. And just, in World Tour was a bit mixed. Like, she wasn't bad, but she wasn't good either. But she had good interactions with, like, Tyler and all that. And, obviously Alejandra as well, but in All-Stars, they completely just... I hate what they did with every character in All-Stars. Still not as bad as Pikachu, but they just made it just dumb. Like, they were like, oh, how do I look up again? Or how do I push again? I forgot. Idiot Lindsay is just like... Still, like... She definitely... I think there's a thing, like, there's a trend among the community called #JusticeForLindsay, saying that she should be in one of the final twos, and obviously that she got ruined in All-Stars. Look, I reckon maybe she should actually been in one of the finales for All-Stars. I could see that working. Maybe if the finale, because I know I said the finale should have been Scott and Courtney. Yeah, I still think the finale should have been Scott and Courtney. But if the finale was Scott and Lindsay, that could have worked as well. I could see that working. Max, is that his name? Max? I think so. You know what? He was probably better than most characters in Pikachu Island, so I'll give him that with the whole EVL thing. And he also looks like Bling Bling Boy, so that's why he's kind of funny. He did have a few moments that made me laugh, but that was kind of it. But in most of the time, he just wouldn't even compete. I'm like, why are you still here? I don't know. He was okay overall. He was just meh. Brick's a great character. How can you not like Brick? He was basically kind of like Tyler. Like he had some of the funniest moments in all of Revenge of the Island. He had some of the greatest quotes in Revenge of the Island. Brick was a great character. I reckon he should have gone further in the game because when he got voted off, it literally made no sense. He literally helped both teams win. He literally helped everyone win. They should have kept him because he was a nice guy. But they voted him off for like no reason. So I don't get it. But he should have been further in the game. I love Brick. Great character. Chef is not as good as Chris when it comes to manipulating teenagers, but still, he had some great moments, especially in Island. Like some of the fight scenes with him and Izzy was great. Him and DJ being a thing in action was a bit mixed. There were some things I didn't like about it, but still pretty good. In World Tour, I didn't really like him because I didn't think he really did much. But in Revenge of the Island, he was really good. Like, nobody touches my stuff. Like, that was funny. Like, that whole thing. All-Stars. Yeah, he was fine. He was fine in All-Stars. In Pikachu Island, again, he didn't really do much. But, but still. Overall, still a great character. There were just some seasons where he could have used some working on. Okay. How is Alejandro just not S tier? Wait. I need to organize this. Okay, wait. I'd probably say... This is right so far. I'd probably say... Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, we got it right. Is this right? Let's just see. I just want to make sure I organized all this. Yeah, okay. Actually, I'd say Amy is the worst character so far on here. But, what was I gonna say? What was I doing? Alejandro, that's right. How can you not like Alejandro's heel work? He literally took, 70% of the people in World Tour, he got voted off. He's easily the strongest player in the entire show. Even in All Stars, I don't like All Stars, but he was just as good in All Stars as he was in World Tour. Alejandro is such a great character. He's easily the strongest opponent. He had so much funny moments. He had a great duo with Duncan and also Owen, also Tyler. He's a great character. I love Alejandro. Let me just do something for a sec. Okay, let me just what's happening? Wait. A little bit below. I can't stand Mike, man. He's literally the worst character. Okay, I know that some people love Mike, and I know they think he's a great character, but he's not funny. He's multiple personalities offer nothing other than just being annoying and taking up way too much screen time. Him and Zoe just took up way too much screen time, and they were just so annoying. Then when he was Mal, he was just such a bad heel. So they just tried to copy, and then when he tried to get him rigging the votes, it's like, why are you rigging the vote? You're trying to act like Harold, but Harold had a reason to do it because he was being bullied. You're just doing it because you're annoying. And when he was Mal, he wasn't even that strong. Literally, they just made everyone else dumb just so Mal could get further in the game. And when he went in the final two for All Stars, it's just like, what's the point? Why in the final two? You don't deserve to be in the final two. And Zoe only brought you the final two because she promised. But why would Zoe promise anyway when she knew that Mal was the bad guy? And he just takes up way too much screen time. He has no good duos with any of the characters. Mike sucks. He's the worst character. Mike, it's just, I can't stand Mike. Easily the worst character. Can't stand him. I don't care if it's Mike, or if it's Mal, or if it's any of these other personalities. They took up way too much screen time, and they try to make the whole, he tried to be labeled as a main character. I know, I'm ranting. Man, I went crazy, but can't stand Mike. Easily the worst character. No, I like Noah. Probably an A-tier character for me. Probably go right here. He had some of the funniest quotes in the entire show. Other than that, not really much to say. It was kind of entertaining, but he didn't even compete in the game at all on Island. And in World Tour, he did a huge step up, like him and Owen being a funny duo, and also in World Tour where him and Alejandro, he knew everything about Alejandro, but Alejandro was still one of his victims. Apparently he is really, really good in Redonkulous Race, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see how he behaves in there, but so far, he's a great character. That's all I can say. Owen! Okay, how can you not like Owen? How is... What is there to not like about Owen? He farts, that's funny. He gets naked, that's funny. Literally, he's one of the nicest guy, maybe except DJ, the nicest guy. He deserved to be in the final two because he's literally good at every single challenge. Literally, put him with any other character, he'll have great interactions. He is a great character. I know some people don't like Owen. I know they found him a bit repetitive and annoying. I liked Owen. I still thought he was cool. I have to burp. Anyway, Rodney. I want to say is he in Mega F tier or is... Look, I'm only putting Mega F tier for Mike only, but Rodney's so bad, man. I can't stand Rodney, okay? Literally, all he does is try to get with all the girls, which is just so annoying. It takes up way too much screen time. I'm like, none of these girls like you, okay? You're just being annoying, and you're just trying to simp for them. It's worse than Dave, because he doesn't even do anything about it. And his audition tape is so annoying, because it goes on for so long, and it's just him. And then, he's in 4 episodes, but it feels like he's in 20. He doesn't even compete in the challenges. Why was he not the first vote off? I know Beto was lazy, but at least he contributed a little bit. Rodney did nothing in all 4 of the challenges. Even the one with the grease pig. He didn't even give the grease pig to them. He was just so annoying, trying to get all the other... I'm getting mad, literally. Rodney makes me mad. Leonard, no one likes that. Leonard, he's F tier. He's probably right. No one likes Leonard. Literally, no one likes Leonard. Anyway, B. Okay, B easily had the most wasted potential out of every single character in the show. He's probably a high B tier. See what I did there? But actually, in all seriousness, he's a high B tier. There were a lot of stuff that could have been done. He was easily the smartest character in Revenge of the Island. If it wasn't for Scott, I could actually see him getting really far. Some people say they thought he was lazily written, but I don't think he was lazily written. I think he just had a lot of wasted potential. I could see him working well. And the whole, like, not talking thing, I thought that was cool. Like, they did it, like, in a cool way, not like an annoying way, like Beto over here. Get out of here, Beto. Anyway, so I think, is this one Sammy? Yeah, this one's Sammy. Now, I actually like Sammy. I thought Sammy was pretty cool. A lot of people say that Sammy should have been in the final 2 of Paktu Island. I wouldn't mind that. I'd say she's slightly better than Max. I felt really... But I'm pretty sure it's just... She wasn't a great character. It's just... I just felt really, really bad for her. Like, everyone tried to help her, especially Jasmine, just trying to cope. And her sister kept on constantly bullying her. But then, when she eliminated her sister, that was so satisfying. Like, easily one of the best moments in what's it called, Paktu Island. She was a great character. But the only thing that annoyed me, and I've seen other people say this as well, is that after Amy got voted off, she wouldn't stop constantly talking about Amy. Because then she had to be Amy, and like she had to, like, it got annoying. Like, it was just this whole thing, but still better than these other characters. Sam, I love Sam. How can you not like Sam? He's right here. Sam, we have a lot of things in common. Me and Sam. We play games. We have a Swee, not a Wii, a Swee. What is it? Mega Guitar Laser 4. What do you say? Like, yeah, like yeah. I guess we just play. And like, literally ignoring all that. Sam is a great character. His ship with Dakota was great. His interactions with Lightning and Scott were some of the best moments in Revenge of the Island. I thought a lot of people hated the fact that he was in All Stars. I liked him. I thought he was really, really nice. I thought he was like one of the nicest guys in All Stars. I just think they dumbed him down a little bit. He could have still used some tweaking on, some working, but he was fine. He was fine as he was. I've literally forgotten her name. Scarlett, that's her name. Okay, I've said this before. Scarlett is... I haven't seen her Dunculus race, so maybe I need to see that first. But Scarlett, in my opinion, is the most forgettable character in the entire show. She's just forgettable. Like, there's nothing to remember her. Like, she had interactions with Max, but that was kind of it. And, like, they were funny, but that's only because Max carried it. I will say she's better than Dave, but she's just dumb. And then when it, like, oh, I'm actually evil this whole time, it's like, what? Like, why'd you do that? What was the point? Just like, that whole thing was dumb. Like, maybe if they hinted it at the start of Paktu Island that she was like a villain and she was just covering it up the whole time only to reveal it, I would have liked that. Maybe she would have bumped up, but she's just so forgettable, and like, she barely did anything. She barely had any screen time, and that whole episode based around her was just annoying. Bridget, another robotic character. Bridget is probably, and I've said this before, the most robotic character in all of Total Drama. She, like, I used to really not like Bridget. Like, this is the same thing with Eva. But after seeing Paktu Island, after seeing how bad they were, you know, I had a bit of respect for her. I'll give her a low D and not an E, because in Island Action, I really didn't like her. But she did a bit of a big step up in World Tour. You know, like kissing a pole, the whole thing with Alejandro, her and Jeff, and the songs. Sure, so she got slightly better. Still robotic, but she showed way more personality in World Tour than any of the other seasons. Scott. Okay. Now, a lot of people say that Scott is one of, some say, if not, the best heels in the whole show. And his methods were okay. They were a bit weird. Like, they were a bit complex. They were like one of those plans that was like, it's so dumb that it could actually work. Yeah, where he like tries to vote off his strongest players in his team so that he can learn more about the other team and all that. I do think his best season. Actually, what was his? I'd probably say Revenge of the Island was his best season. He was still good in All Stars, but the shit with him and Courtney, I actually didn't mind. I thought that was actually pretty good. He had a few funny moments in All Stars, but it's just like he should have been in the final 2. I'm just saying that. I like Scott. He should have been in the final two. I'll probably say he's right. I'd say B by a few atoms is better than Scott. Scott still had a few moments that made me laugh and had great interactions. It's just that his ideas were a bit complex. But he definitely should have been in the final two for All Stars all the way. Sean, I love Sean. I don't like Park Island at all, but he was a great character in Park Island. Like, he was the one of the only characters where the reason I kept on watching was literally because of him. I don't think the whole thing with zombies was that bad, because like his survival skills went like really far in the game. It did get a bit annoying because I was like, yeah, he's gonna make it to the final two. I could tell halfway through. But yeah, his survival skills, that's how he went so far in the game. He knew what to do at literally everything. And his ship with him and Jasmine was really good. He got along with every single one of the other characters. Yeah, he had a few funny moments as well. Sean was pretty cool. I like Sean. Look, Sierra's weird because, like, at the start of World Tour, I don't like her. But then, and my brother said this as well, she had such huge character development in World Tour. By the end of World Tour, she's an incredible character. But then in All Stars, they ruined her. They ruined characters in All Stars. She's probably still, probably right here, because I really liked her in World Tour. She was really good, but then in All Stars, she went so far in the game, and she was just so annoying. She's like, go away, just get off the screen, just get eliminated, just go away. But in World Tour, she was good, so I'll give him that. All right, okay, now what are we up to? Sky. Okay, I thought again Sky was one of the better characters in what's it called? Park 2 Island. But at the same time, it really annoyed me, and I've said this to other people as well. Literally, what was it, the first or second episode? She's like, oh, I know that Dave has a crush on me, but I don't care. I don't care about boys. I'm trying to win the money. When I heard that, I'm like, Sky, you have my respect. I don't like the season so far, but the fact that you won't let anyone get in your way, and you're athletic, and you'll make it to the game, that was good. But then she kept going down and down, like the whole thing with her and Dave. Look, and then Chris is like, oh, you manipulated Dave on on international TV. I'm like, who cares? Dave was annoying. Dave completely deserved that. I don't think Sky was in the wrong at all. Sky's probably still oops. She's slightly better than Max, but still Park 2 Island wasn't a great season. Her being in the final two, it works well. I'm not sure if I'd prefer her or Jasmine being in the final two. Like, obviously I know she was in the final two, but Jasmine being there would be cool as well. Like, we're supposed to hate Stacy, right? Like, the reason she was made is so we couldn't like her. So, but honestly, she's like a masterpiece of a character compared to like Rodney and Mike, but still, she's probably right here. Like, literally, isn't it weird that Leonard and Beta are literally still better characters? She's still annoying, but man, that just proves how bad Park 2 Island is. Sugar, I don't like Sugar either. She's like, what can I say about Sugar? Let me just, I'm not putting her here. I'm just trying to say, what, and other people have said this before. Who's supposed to be the main antagonist in Park 2 Island? Okay, because here's the thing. In Island, it was supposed to be Heather. In Action, it was Courtney. In World Tour, it was Alejandro. In Revenge of the Island, it was Scott. In All Stars, it was Mal. In who is it in Park 2 Island? Is it Sugar? Is it Max? Is it what's its name? Scarlett? Is it even like Amy? Like who's the main I don't know. Like, we don't know. So that just annoys me. And she was just so rude to Ella and just every other character, and she just wouldn't. She likes Leonard as well. It's just like, man. And she went to the final three. How do you go in the final three when literally no one liked you? She did compete in challenge. She didn't even really compete in challenges. And she has just. I'm not trying to be rude to anyone that has the same accent as her, but she just got so annoying whenever she just kept on talking. I'm like, just stop talking. Just stop. Got annoying. Not as bad as Amy, Rodney, or Mike though. Topher, probably slightly higher than Bridget. He did get annoying at times, like, because he literally wouldn't stop talking. He kept on talking, like, literally every single second in Pikachu Island. Hey, but at least he competed in challenges and showed more personality than Bridget. So I'll give him that. Other than that, there isn't really much to say. When he got voted off, that was pretty funny, though. I'll give him that, like, when Chris faked the whole thing. Trent, I love Trent, man. Trent is, like, such a great... Trent is right here. I know people say that Trent is, like, way too ordinary and just a stereotypical type guy, but Trent by far is the most realistic character in the whole show. I feel like I've seen Trent before in my life. I feel like I've walked to the park and I've seen Trent. And easily, when he does that whole thing, like, say you go out with me, come on, say it, with Gwen, it's just like, I love Trent, he's so nice, and even in action, he did derail a bit, he did get a bit too obsessed, but I was honestly on Trent's side the whole time, because literally Gwen sabotaged action, so then Trent could get voted off, but then when he gets voted off, she wants him back, which is annoying, but Trent is still a great character. He can play guitar. He was so nice to everyone. He was so realistic. Trent was easily he was a great guy. Tyler, again, in STK, everyone loves Tyler. No one hates Tyler. He's very slightly better than Brick. They're kind of the same a little bit, but still, his duo with Alejandro was so underrated. And in Island, he was good. In Island, he was probably A or B tier, because I reckon he didn't have enough screen time, and he did have a few good quotes, but that was kind of it. But in World Tour, again, incredible step up. All the way, sky high step up. Like, he was so good in World Tour. He was such a joy to watch. I reckon he should have went further in the game. And I liked how Alejandro tried his best to make him one of his victims, but it was so hard, because Tyler just, like, kept on focusing on the game and kept doing it for Lindsay. I like Tyler a lot. Zoe, I don't like Zoe. Again, I've literally just said the whole thing about Mike and Zoe. But again, like, why? Like, Zoe, you knew that Mal was the bad person. Midway through, you found out that Mike was Mal. But you're like, oh, wait, no, but I promised, so I have to put him in the final two. Idiot! Just don't put him in the final two at all. And she's just so annoying. She's just a bad friend. She's a bad friend. They're trying to make her out like she's just the nicest person. But she always just goes way too far in the game. She's not an F tier. I'll give her a low E tier, though. Well, that's it. That's the Total Drama tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day. If you disagree with me, which you probably do, just hate me in the comments, whatever. Anyway, that's about it.